Ayase is happy. Ever since they went to the Cherry Blossom Festival, the sisters have been getting along much better, and that's how things should be. To celebrate, he promised to make dinner to welcome them all back, and he intends to keep that promise by preparing a huge feast. But when he gets home, he finds the sisters looking unusually serious. Their father is there. Ayase immediately introduces himself in person for the first time. The father says it is truly unfortunate what happened to Ayase's mother, but there's no need to worry. Her talents will live on as long as he continues to grow and develop. Then, turning back to his daughters, he asks for updates on their progress. Each of them reports her latest achievements, and their father simply tells them to keep working hard. Once the performance reports are over, he announces that he has to leave. Ayase, however, stops him and says he's just about to make dinner for everyone. Would he like to join them? But before answering, the father notices the mask they used at the festival. Ayase explains that they went to a festival last weekend. The father asks whose idea it was. Ayase tells him everything, explaining that it was the same festival the sisters used to attend as children. At that point, the father becomes angry. He demands to know why Ayase insists on interfering with his daughter's path to greatness. He raised them to be strong and unyielding. Their talents would only be wasted on the weak. He then mentions that he took the liberty of looking into Ayase's background. According to him, Ayase has no noteworthy achievements. He is supposed to be the son of a gifted actress. Yet here he is, an average nobody. The father states that in his house there is no place for talentless children and that he will not allow Ayase to infect his daughters with a slacker mentality. At that moment, the sisters step forward. They admit that Ayase may be a loser who fails at everything, but at home he does an incredible job. He cleans, does the laundry, and cooks. He's doing everything he can to support all of them, and thanks to him, they can fully focus on perfecting their talents. Their father asks why they are defending a boy they hardly know. Do they really need Ayase that much? The girls reply that it is not that they need him, he's just convenient to have around. He earns his keep, if only barely. Their father says he doesn't wish to disrespect Ayase's mother's memory, but he finds it hard to believe they could truly be compatible with someone like him. The girls insist that they absolutely are. They are getting along with him better than ever. Their father reminds them that their family doesn't socialize. They're no longer children, and they better stop attending festivals or similar events. He tells them to focus on improving their performances instead. After he leaves, Ayase tells the girls he's making dinner and that he knows they will like it once it is ready. Unfortunately, they tell him they no longer have time to eat his food. A week later, Ayase explains that things have gone back to how they were when he first arrived. But after meeting their father, he finally understands something. The reason the sisters work so hard to perfect their talents and project such intimidating strength, it's because of him. Their father certainly seems like an accomplished and respectable man. Yet that day, the girls looked completely dejected, and they had just started to get along again. It is a shame. The girls redoubled their efforts in their respective pursuits, but there is one problem. Whenever they try to eat the same meals they used to before Ayase came along, they find the food tasteless. They try to convince themselves they don't have time to think about it, but deep down they realize they cannot simply return to their old routine. Meanwhile, Ayase becomes even more determined to do whatever he can to bring them together as a family. The next day, when the sisters leave for school, they notice that Ayase doesn't tell them to have a nice day as he usually does. But when lunchtime comes, they all discover a packed meal in their bags, homemade. They are all surprised, but Nico in particular feels overjoyed. She wonders why he does this for her. Forget her stomach. Her heart feels so full that she couldn't eat another bite. Meanwhile, Ayase falls asleep in class because he woke up at 4 a.m. to cook for the sisters. But back at home, he feels it was worth it when he sees they ate every single bite. The sisters then tell him they want to talk. They explain that he heard their father say he will throw Ayase out unless he proves himself. To that end, if he continues supporting them, they are prepared to accept him as one of their own. Kazuki has a difficult audition coming up and will need all his help. Nico also has a major tournament ahead. and Miwa has title matches to prepare for. They will all be counting on him. Naturally, Ayasa is more than happy to accept. The next day, he makes lunch for them again and tells them to have a nice day. The sisters love hearing him say that. We then see what each of them is dealing with. Nico receives a call from her senior, who just returned from an overseas tour and says he cannot wait to see how much she has improved in her next tournament. Motivated by his words, Nico becomes even more determined to win. Kazuki, on the other hand, is stressed because this will be her first audition for a female role. Meanwhile, Miwa wonders what is next in her shogi career. Should she go for the title or try something new? When they get home, they find Ayase making dinner. Tonight, they will all eat together. As they sit down, the sisters comment that the food tastes incredibly average. The flavor is almost too ordinary compared to how good it looks. Based on everything they have been taught their whole lives, it had never occurred to them that average could taste this good. When they finish eating, Kazuki offers to help Ayase wash the dishes. Ayase asks if she's feeling any better about her upcoming audition. She admits she's not sure. It is her first time performing this kind of role, and she's really anxious. But when she came home and saw him goofing around while cooking, she forgot what she was worried about, even if just for a moment. So maybe things will turn out fine. After that, Ayase sleeps while carrying the dishes and falls. When Kazuki rushes over to check if he's okay, she loses her balance too, and they accidentally kiss. Ayase immediately apologizes. He even apologizes for only being able to say sorry. Kazuki tells him to stop. It was obviously an accident, not a real kiss. Then she leaves. Ayase is amazed at how calmly she handled it. She's incredible. Still, he cannot help but feel sorry for her. Accident or not, she just kissed a guy who had a nosebleed. His first kiss tasted like blood. But Kazuki isn't calm at all. She cannot stop thinking about the kiss the next day. That night, Ayase goes to see her to clear the air. He tells her he's sure she doesn't want one of her kisses to be with a freeloading failure like him, so they should both just pretend it never happened. Then he leaves. Kazuki is left fuming. He basically said that a kiss with her didn't mean anything. Still, she knows he's kinda right. She needs to focus right now. Her father was the one who told her to take on a female role this time. He said that a true prodigy should be able to play any role, but no matter what she tries, she just cannot act feminine. She says she was pretty much born this way. When she gets home, she goes straight to Ayase and asks if he's free on Sunday. He says he's free on Sunday, and every other day too. That is when Kazuki tells him she wants to go on a date with him. If he's free on Sunday, then he will be spending it dating her.